Ever been rejected so many times that giving up felt like the only logical choice? Maybe the bank denied the loan. Maybe the promotion went to someone else. Maybe that brilliant idea got laughed out of the room. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Those rejections are sitting on the desk right now, making it harder to even try again. What if those failures aren't ending the story? What if they're actually the secret weapon that separates people who build empires from those who fade into what could have been? There's a pattern hiding in plain sight. 7 mental codes that champions use to transform rejection into rocket fuel. These aren't motivational phrases. They're proven frameworks that rewire how the brain processes setbacks. Let's decode exactly how this works. The first code is the failure flip. Start with Sarah Blakely. Imagine this. You spend 40 hours a week selling fax machines and facing constant rejection. Most people would break. Blakely did something different. She treated every rejection like a scientist treats data. Each slam door taught her something about timing, psychology, or pitch structure. Years later, she cuts the feet off a pair of pantyhose to fix a clothing issue. She pitches her idea to manufacturers, but they all turn her down. This time, the rejections don't break her down. Instead, they make her pitch stronger. She creates Spanx, which grows into a billion-dollar company. In 2012, Blakely becomes the world's youngest self-made female billionaire at that time. Stanford researcher Dr. Carol Dweck proved this scientifically. Brains that view failures as learning opportunities literally rewire themselves for resilience. The failure flip isn't about blind positivity. It's about mining every setback for maximum intelligence. That next rejection, it's not a roadblock. It's your clue forward. The second code is the microscopic edge. Dave Brailsford took over British Cycling in 2003 when the team was struggling. Instead of looking for one big fix, he obsessed over tiny improvements. Better helmets, aerodynamic clothing, even painting the team truck interior white to spot dirt faster during bike maintenance. 1% improvements everywhere. Result? They dominated 70% of Olympic cycling gold medals over the next decade. Stanford University research confirms that small, consistent improvements outperform chasing breakthrough moments. The challenge you're facing doesn't need a dramatic breakthrough. It just needs the 1% improvement available right now. The third code is the pressure cooker principle. Diamonds form under crushing pressure deep underground. Without that pressure, they'd just be ordinary carbon. When Daniel Ek from Spotify was starting out, the big record labels tried to shut him down with lawsuits. Instead of backing down, he used their resistance to his advantage. Limited resources forced innovation that outpaced competitors with massive budgets. Psychologist Dr. Csikszentmihalyi calls this the sweet spot of growth. Optimal performance happens when challenges slightly exceed current abilities. Pressure doesn't break champions. It builds them. Those obstacles aren't stopping anyone. They're strengthening them for what comes next. The fourth code is the trust triangle. Reed Hastings ran a small DVD by mail company when Blockbuster's CEO literally laughed him out of a partnership meeting. Instead of going solo, Hastings built strategic alliances with content creators, technology partners, and people who believed in streaming's future. Netflix didn't win because Hastings was smarter than Blockbuster. He built a team that shared the vision. Sociologist James Coleman's research shows social capital multiplies individual efforts exponentially. But here's what most people miss. A massive network isn't necessary. The right 3 relationships are: one mentor who's already achieved the goal, one peer fighting similar battles, one person who holds you accountable to your values. These 3 connections create a triangle of trust that withstands any external pressure. Success doesn't require working harder. It requires working within stronger networks. The fifth code is the anti-comfort zone. Most people think comfort zones are places to escape occasionally. Champions think comfort zones are death traps to avoid permanently. Elon Musk could have retired comfortably after selling PayPal. Instead, he invested everything into 2 industries, famous for destroying entrepreneurs: electric cars and space exploration. Why? Staying comfortable would have been the most dangerous choice. Comfort doesn't build strength. Stress does, but only the right kind. Scientists have a name for this: hormesis. It's the principle that small doses of stress actually make you stronger. Your immune system doesn't build resistance by avoiding germs. It builds resistance by fighting them. Your muscles don't grow by resting. They grow by breaking down and rebuilding. Your mind works exactly the same way. Each time you face uncertainty and push through, you're not just surviving the moment. You're rewiring your brain for resilience. The anti-comfort zone code isn't about reckless danger-seeking. It's systematically expanding capacity to handle increasingly complex challenges. The sixth code is the reality anchor. Admiral James Stockdale spent 7 years as a Vietnam prisoner of war. He watched fellow prisoners break mentally while others survived and kept their dignity. The difference wasn't optimism versus pessimism. Stockdale called it facing harsh truths while maintaining strong faith in future success. Psychologist Dr. Albert Ellis termed this radical acceptance combined with strategic action. Acknowledge current reality completely. No sugarcoating, no denial. Then identify the smallest action available to improve the situation and work on it. This dual mindset prevents both paralyzing despair and dangerous delusion. Research shows people practicing acceptance-based coping recover from setbacks 30% faster than those fighting reality. The reality anchor isn't giving up hope. It's anchoring hope in facts instead of fantasies. The seventh and final code is the identity shift. Arnold Schwarzenegger came to America with $7. His English wasn't the best, but he didn't act like an immigrant struggling to survive. He acted like a future movie star learning his craft. He didn't act like a bodybuilder trying to make money. He acted like a businessman who happened to compete in bodybuilding. This identity shift changed everything. His brain started recognizing opportunities matching his future self, not his present situation. Neuroscientist Dr. Rick Hanson's research proves the brain literally rewires itself based on repeated thought and behavior patterns. When actions consistently come from future identity, neural networks adapt to support that identity. The identity shift isn't fake it until you make it. It's acting from who someone is becoming rather than who they've been. These 7 codes work because they hack the deepest programming controlling human behavior. Most people operate from scarcity programming that treats failure as evidence of inadequacy. Champions operate from abundance programming that treats failure as intelligence gathering. The difference between giving up and breaking through isn't talent, luck, or circumstances. It's which mental codes that are running in the background. The biggest failure isn't the end of the story. It's probably the most important clue to your biggest breakthrough. Which single mental code matters most for the biggest goal right now? The failure flip? The reality anchor? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.